Hello. Okay, so I'm back with Libra moon signs and their mother. Well, I will have to say this. Definitely with Libra moon signs mothers, you got two different ways that this can go. Two different ways. One, where the mother always tries to attempt to be extremely fair. Like, I'm going to be fair to my child. I have to be fair with my children. I have to be fair. I have to communicate. I have to make them equal like me. Or you have that mother that is extremely unfair through her wanting to be fair, but she keeps like tipping. It's always out of balance. It's like, well, I want to be fair amongst the children, but y'all have two different fathers, or y'all have two different situations. I got to pay more attention to this child, and the Libra moon sign child is left feeling like, okay, well, what about me? Okay. Because one, she's always trying to make things fair, and so she could do that and overcompensate, or do that versus things being extremely unfair, unequal, okay, between a relationship with this moon sign and their mom, or amongst their other siblings, or whatever else a mom has going on in their life. Because you have to put everything into context here. And I said many a times, this is just general. It does not mean it has to happen this way to everybody in every situation, because you have to remember what planets are aspecting and what house is sitting in. Okay. Now, for the most part though, the Libra moon sign's mother is rather communicative. She's communicative. She is going to talk to her child like she is teaching them something. Like, she's going to be that mother that's like, well, it's like I told you, if you do A, B is going to happen. Okay. And she could really remember, there's two extremes. We talk about the scales. One, she could really be the person that makes all the choices, all the decisions for this child. All of them. Because she feels you're not capable, or she could be overbearing. The other is the child has to make decisions for her. So or help her make decisions. She will call for advice. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? I wanted to go towards this direction, but I don't know. Like, weigh out the pros and the cons, and then she has this child to help her, give her the push in the right direction. And it's not because she don't know the right direction necessarily. It's because it can be hard for her to make decisions. Okay? Or even sometimes see things clearly enough to make a decision. She just wants to have that reassurance. And she can also end up being the child's friend. Okay? She can also end up being her children's friend. But not a friend in a sense to where, okay, you're my best friend, and I don't tell you right from wrong. It's not that. It's because she's going to be into letting this child have their choices. This is where things, from her position, from as a mother, she feels like this is only fair, this is only right. From the child's position, the child is like, well, I'm looking for my mother. I'm looking for my parent, though. I'm not old enough to just be making all my choices. I'm not on my own. I'm not old enough to have this all figured out. Where the Libra moon sign's mom comes in handy is because she can help this child, especially when they get to a mature age. This child is able to do a lot of stuff on their own, though, through decision making. Can actually help the child stay out of trouble or make better decisions, because they're always going to be thinking like, okay, well, if I do A, this may happen. If I do B, this may happen. Maybe I should do A. Maybe I should do B. Maybe I should do none of them and just do C, because then I won't have to worry. Okay, so really it can definitely help the child out in the long run. But the problem is that the child is looking for someone to help them understand who they are. What should I say to the child? The person with this moon sign, the Libra moon sign individual is looking for the guidance though. Someone to help them figure out who they are. Someone to nurture them. It's not really about telling them the legalities of the situation. It's more about saying, you know what? Yeah, let's talk about what this is and what you're trying to do. I'm going to hear you out, but at the same time, it's okay. And this all also has to do, because it depends on what sun sign the mother is as well. So, but overall, I feel like this could be a rather balanced individual. And the Libra moon sign ends up being balanced because it's like in some way, shape, or form, they end up having to be that for their mother, or their mother really instilled this into them. Okay. And their mother could have been like, when it comes to a spouse, their mother could be like, well, you know what? Get the pretty spouse. Get the one with the money. A person, the Libra moon sign can also end up helping the mother financially, or the mother helping them. Okay. And the mother could really instill into them the value of money, beauty, all those things at a young age. They can. Not in a vain way necessarily. It could be vain, but not in a vain way necessarily, but because they feel like the world, this is important in the world. Like, don't you go with your pants slouching and sagging? Don't you know how people perceive you? You know how people will look at you? And very intelligent. They're very intelligent. Like if the child watches them long enough, they'll see the Libra, with the Libra moon sign, child watches the mother long enough, they'll see the strategies that their mother puts into place, or they'll see the actions that their mother does and they turn them into working strategies. They could be very intellectual. They will look for information. They could be very polite because a mother could have been, hey, listen, you better have manners. Okay, that's all I know. You better have manners. You need to have respect. Have respect for others. Have respect for yourself. Even if she wasn't doing this for herself, she was going to make sure she told this to your child. Like the child could be like, well, what? But all in all, I feel like the Libra moon sign be also attached to the mother, or the mother attached to them. Like, it doesn't matter where they go, how far they go, there's some type of connection there to where it's like the mother, it's like, well, I'm the partner almost. And you can see this a lot of times with single mothers with their kid, especially with their son. It could be like, for a while, it was like the son or like the child was like the partner, because they're going to want to do things with the child. They're going to want to go to them for advice and communication and conversation, and have the child lend a listening ear. That doesn't make this bad, like I said. And it's important things that they instill, but still, there's important things that they instill into the child. Like the child is, the Libra moon sign could be an intelligent child. Like they have this thing to where they're able to have these emotions. They will intellectualize their emotions. They could be very sensitive, but they'll intellectualize their emotions and they'll try to figure out reasons why. Okay, well, why am I feeling like this today? What's going on here? And their mother is, I'm not saying that their mother didn't talk to them about their feelings. I'm not saying that at all. But the sensitivity could come from the fact that they saw their mother in pretty emotional situations or sensitive situations, and their mother was sensitive or emotional, or like, would have these situations to where when they express themselves, they'll express how they're hurt they are, how upset they are, how something hurt their feelings. This could be Venus and Libra too, but at the same time, the mother wasn't really able to, because the mother was feeling the way that she was feeling, she was able to instill into the Libra moon child, like, listen, this is why this is why I tell you gotta do this and that. But she could have just understood that it could make the Libra moon sign person look for partners. Like in love, it's like, okay, I want a partner, but at the same time, it could be like an emotional distance there, because even with the mother, it's like the mother knew that this, like, okay, I know you're the child, but at the same time, you're like the listening ear, you're my partner, and a lot of times the mother could drop the ball at, or the mother could lack helping the child, or just be like the mother in a sense is like helping the child develop themselves and their emotions and things of that nature. That's pretty much it with that. But this child, through looking at the mother, is able to say, okay, you know what? If I'm lacking on this end, they'll find ways to come up with the money. Like if they have to disperse their money some type of way, I pay this bill and I pay that, whatever the case may be. Or if they got to get nice things but on a budget, they'll find ways. They'll find ways to live their dream, to live their lifestyle that they want. If you have a child with this placement, I would say, introduce your child to all the beauty the world has to offer. Keep bringing that intellectual approach to them. Just really help them to develop the emotional sides of things, and just understand, like, okay, I'm in this particular instance, I'm just going to be that nurturer. I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Here, feel the way you feel, or how are you feeling? And it's like, oh, okay, I totally understand, and help, just assist them more in developing those emotions and figuring out who they are, because they're going to want to do that. A lot of times they try to figure out who they are through you, through the mother, basically. A lot of times Libra moons try to figure out who they are through the mother. And I'm not saying that that's fair to the mother either. But remember, when you're dealing with Libra energy, fair and unfair. It could be unfair for the mother. It could be unfair for the child. But it's all about balancing that relationship out. All right. This has been Libra moon sign and their mothers. I'm Butterfly to Light. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be back.